Dave Campbell's Texas Football Instant Reactions presented by Chicken Express. I'm Ishmael Johnson. That's Matt Stepp. We just watched the Hawley Bearcats beat Refugio 54-28 in the 2A Division I State Championship. Our first game here on Thursday. And my God, what a dominating two-sided performance from Hawley. Stepp, where do you start with this game?
I think you start first off with Hawley's offense. I mean, their first 9 series of the games, basically, they scored 8 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. The one time they didn't score, they fumbled on the Refugio 21. And I thought the balance was there. There was, we kind of said it pregame, Hawley's got a lot of playmakers, and Austin Compton got the MVP, but Brody Hooper had a huge game. Deontay Ramon had a big game.
Fantastic on the outside.
To multiple guys for the Hawley offense. They've got a lot of playmakers, and I thought their defense gave up some yards, but they also made several big plays. And early in the game, those turnovers changed the tenor of the whole football game.
Yeah, I mean, Refugio was able to move the ball pretty well, but it was just those costly turnovers. One just before, with 2 minutes to go in the half, and then they luckily went into the half. I'd say about 3 touchdowns. I think it was about a 3 touchdown lead, which was within grasp for a team like Refugio, right? But then Hawley comes out, 13 play, 73-yard drive, 8 minutes in the third quarter, puts this game away more or less. Austin Compton got a huge dose of him, just absolutely a monster on the ground, could not be stopped. Yeah, like you mentioned, it was a balanced attack. They knew they had mismatches on the outside, so they went downfield when they needed to. And in the end, Refugio played a cleaner game in the second half, but those first half turnovers put them in too much of a hole to where that 3-4 touchdown lead ended up being the difference.
Yeah, and I thought, like the defense, I thought, the second half played okay. I mean, Refugio, you wonder how engaged Hawley was in the second half because they run out to that big lead. But
sure.
And Hez Parker, he really impressed me today.
Defensive MVP.
He started early in the game, that fourth down play where he timed the blitz perfectly, made a huge stop on fourth down.
Yep.
He ended up with a big sack, a couple of forced fumbles, a pick 6 to close the game out. He was huge for Hawley. It was just a big play bonanza for Mitch Abels and the Hawley Ball Club. And how about the job Mitch Abels has done? He got there 9 years ago. Hawley had won 1 playoff game in school history, and now they're state champs. Unbelievable job by him, and the talent this Hawley team has is really unique for a 2A Division I program.
Yeah, back-to-back state appearances. Of course, they had that experience against Shiner last year. Austin Compton didn't play in that game, so that was, who knows how that game
was a difference maker.
He was definitely a difference maker early, and he was kind of like that constant, right? And so, they win their first title, and I mean, if you're a Refugio, you're obviously frustrated with this kind of performance. You beat Timpson, right? You get past Shiner, right? That's all. That was been the hurdle the past couple years. You finally do that, and I think, at least in my opinion, a big difference is you focus so much on Shiner and Timpson, Terry Bussey, Dalton Brooks, and then you just face a team that does not have one guy, right? They have multiple guys. They have a front 7. They have a running back. They have a wide receiver. They have a defense. And it's hard when you've game planned for 2 guys for the entire season. Yeah. All of a sudden to play a team that's top to bottom pretty good.
You with 8 or 9 different guys.
Sure.
It just goes to tell you the depth that Hawley has for a 2A Division I team. And Refugio's young. Jason Herring's squad is going to be back. I mean, they're really young next year. They'll have to get through Timpson again next year. But I think there's a good chance that Refugio's back here. There's a lot of juniors and sophomores getting a lot of playing time. So if you're a Refugio fan, obviously you're disappointed with today's result, but the future looks bright.
Yep. Hawley, go ahead and celebrate your first title. So we'll keep it locked here. TexasFootball.com, DCTF. We'll be here all week.